The Fighter's Corner.
Watch out there, YouTube. What's going on, YouTube family out there? Hey, this is your boy Taz B with The Fighter's Corner. Yeah, we back again, baby. Banging them gloves. Banging them gloves where all fighters have a voice. All right, and today, hey, man, we got a special fighter to you today, which is part of the Rising Stars. You know, it's a lot of these great athletes and Rising Stars coming up, man. It's crazy. It's great for content. It's great to review these young brothers, man, in the early precipice of their career, and hopefully they can look back at stuff like this and see that we're giving them their flowers, right, chat? That's right. So today we have a stunning young man, up and rising. You know, he's 17-0. I think 9 knockouts. So he's already laid down nine people in that 17 record. You know, he has a 17-inch reach, very charismatic. You know. Good speed, good reach, good height. He's 5'8". He's 5'8", and you know, we're gonna be looking at him today, introducing no other than Bruce Shoo Shoo Carrington. Bruce Shoo Shoo Carrington, and we're gonna take a look at him today and some of his highlights, and see why he is a rising star. All right, chat, let's go. Hope you are blessed. Hope you are taking care of things like you need to. Other than that, you know, make sure you guys are always staying safe. You know, always try to reach your best goals. And hey, keep on striving to be the best, baby. That's all I can say. All right, let's go. Shoo shoo.
Carrington.
Power is excellent. Accuracy is excellent. Jab. That left hook, and Shoo Shoo Carrington wants to finish the fight.
1-2. Right hand
setting
landed.
him up. He's letting him work. Now using the jab, sticking him on the outside, and here's
What a left hook! And the fight is over. What a finish from Bruce Shoo Shoo Carrington.
Write this name down. Shoo Shoo Carrington right now.
Shoo Shoo was different from Bruce. You know what I mean? Like, what you getting right here is Bruce. You know what I mean? You won't get the smiles and, you know, happy-go-lucky, you know, little clown around. But Shoo Shoo is what you see in the ring. Shoo Shoo Carrington, he is a beast.
Knockdown score!
He's that Brownsville bully.
Jab. That left hook, and Shoo Shoo Carrington wants to finish the fight right here, right now.
He's that, you know, that monster that nobody want to be against. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to face against Shoo Shoo, because all of that anger that he has up inside of him, all the things that he went through, all the things that he's seen, then you're gonna get all of that. And I don't think anybody can be able to handle, you know, what Shoo Shoo Carrington has to give to him.
It happened right here in New York City. Your winner, Bruce Shoo Shoo Carrington.
Now, Chad, I will say to watch this, you know, get you a little snack and a drink, Chad. That's what I got today, Chad. My little, you see that? My little crackers, my cheese. This gonna be a banger, Chad. Let's go.
There's nothing like a fight with Shoo Shoo Carrington. Ahead of his clash on June 8th in New York City, Shuyo Rico Bruce Carrington tells me what it's like to fight with the fire in his eyes.
Tell me a bit about where you from. Where's Shoo Shoo from? Take me to New York City, right? What's it like on your block? How'd you get the nickname Shoo Shoo?
Man, I mean, everybody always want to know how I get the nickname, and I wish I had the coolest story. But it's really just a baby name, man. It's just, you know, little tutu, new, Shoo Shoo. It's just like, that's just all it was, just a baby name. And my dad always called me that around anybody outside, and then if you just brought inside the boxing gym. And Shoo Shoo's is kind of unique and catchy, so it's just like everybody just picked that over Bruce. So I mean, it is what it is. You know, any way you want to remember me, that's how, you know, I like that. You know, take the Shoo Shoo. Living in Brownsville, you know, home with some of the most notable champions in boxing. Just to name a few: Mike Tyson, Zab Judah, Riddick Bowe, Daniel Jacobs. That's just a few. We got 7 world champions just to come out of this small neighborhood. That right there is already remarkable. It's just, we are more so known for the negative though that come out of Brownsville, like, you know, gun violence and gang activity and stuff like that.
Yep.
You know, and it's unfortunate, but granted, it is something that is, you know, happening, you know, for years, for decades, man. Even my dad, he tells me about a bunch of stories about how Brownsville used to be even was worse than what I grew up in. And what I grew up in was something crazy. I remember at the age of 5, like, I'm seeing somebody get stabbed for the first time in my life. I ever seen somebody get killed in my life. They just get stabbed and they that. And I'm probably like another few feet away from where you are right now.
Now, Chad, I will say most boxers that come from the U.S. are coming from this setting. Usually it's a setting of just violence, poverty, and just dealing with the street nonsense. You know, my family used to live in Manhattan, New York, and then later on transitioned to Boston. It was like we were going to the same old crap back in the early 80s and 90s, and it was just horrible. But sometimes where pressure is at, that's where diamonds are formed, baby. That's when talent arises. You know, so some people shouldn't look so much down on the hood areas, ghetto areas, where you want to call them, because everybody is not ghetto because of where they're at. Let's make that absolutely clear. You know, some people got some class. There's some smart ass people in the city. Very unique, very have a lot of inventions. So yeah, don't smack at city people. I'm one of them. And I tell you right now, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Most High and me using this, right? The most powerful muscle in the world, and it's free, chat. Let's go.
And seeing everything as a little kid, that was so traumatic. After that one traumatic situation, I'm seeing more things, and you just kind of just get numb to it after a while. Like, before you used to run from the gunshot, now you just doom, oh, you going back to playing basketball, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. Like, you know, I will say though, like, it kind of made me build tough skin at the end of the day. Yeah. Because, you know what I mean, I could deal with certain things and it won't bother me, you know what I mean? Certain things I could just, you know, brush off, and no little, you know, minor situation could, like, you know, knock me off my still, you know what I mean? It just is what it is. I really feel like Brownsville really made me, you know? It made me to the person I am today. It made me hungry. That's why, like, a lot of Brownsville fighters, we fight the way we do, because we know where we come from. We just remember how gritty it was. Like, the mentality, that New York state of mind is hustle and bustle. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, Brownsville, a bunch of people from Brooklyn, New York, period, would even walk through Brownsville at a certain time of night. That's how crazy it get. You know what I'm saying? Me growing up in that, and then I'm going in the ring. I know you don't got the same mentality I got. I know you don't want it as bad as I do. I just know it. It just is what it is, and you don't feel that pain.
Knockout scored! Devastating power from Shoo! Brooklyn born and does it at home!
I also think too, chat, you know, when we get like a lot of foreign boxers, like ones that come from Mexico or Venezuela, you know, some of them are just amazing fighters from some of those Spanish countries. They carry their whole country on their back. You know, they come with a lot of heart, a lot of push. I mean, that is just great. Great to have that motivation. It makes you go all out, chat, right? And I can honestly tell you, not all fighters think like Shoo, where, you know, they want to fight for their hometown, they want to fight for their city. Some just, it's all about money. They don't care about their area, you know, but having something to fight for gives you that extra thump, you know, especially when you are energizing your community and people to give hope, you know, and that's what the greats did. That's what Muhammad Ali did. You know, that's how with Ken Norton, all of those guys. So just keep that in mind. It's all about the frame of mind.
Let me know a bit about your boxing education, right? Because everybody isn't born a fighter. Some people awaken to being a fighter, right? They watch something, they see something, they get in the gym and they say, no, this is for me, right? This is what I was born to do. What was the fight that you saw that made you want to be a fighter?
To be honest, I wasn't thinking about boxing, man. My pops put me in boxing because I had an altercation in school. You know, I wanted to be a basketball player. You know, and, everybody around the way, they used to play basketball. I still love basketball to this day. When I had this altercation in school, mind you, a short, scrawny kid, good kid, I never started no problems with nobody. But for some reason, some of the people just always want to pick on me, whether if they was twice my size or a couple years older, just always want to pick on me. But I had this rage in me to where I handle business. Like, I beat up the bullies that try to bully me, you know what I'm saying? So my pops, whenever he get a call from the school and he heard that I beat up the kid that try to bully me, he like, my little shoo-shoo, yeah, like, in the crib, he don't be acting like that. So he brought me to the gym. My dad took me in there, and I'm just remembering me watching certain people on TV. Like, I always watch boxing, obviously, because Brownsville, all these champions, that's just something that everybody in Brownsville do, watch boxing. I'm seeing guys like Curtis Stevens inside the gym. I'm seeing guys like Luis Collazo, he was world champ at the time. I'm seeing guys like Daniel Jacobs and Saddam Ali. They were amateur, but they were doing the big thing. And the Golden Glove, they're in the newspaper and everything, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, I'm starstruck. That was already incentive for me to keep going to the gym. And then I'm in there day to day. I'm realizing I'm learning pretty fast, right? But I ain't locked in just yet. There was this one kid that started in the gym probably like a week before I did. A little taller than me, but we like around the same weight. He is like sizing me up, trying to like outdo little things that I'm doing, just being real competitive, but like on some bully joint though. Like he'll try to like knock me off a bike or something like that if I'm trying to work out on an exercise bike. After I'm like, yo, coach, I want to spar him. He like, you sure? I'm like, yes, I want to spar him. He's like, all right. Put on that headgear, gloved this up, molded our mouthpieces. We went to work. I beat him up so bad, he never came back to the gym. That day, that's when I knew that I wanted to be a boxer. That's when I knew like it was made for me, because I wasn't scared to get hit and get mines in. I wasn't scared to weave, and like nobody taught me head movement. I was already evasive. You know what I'm saying? So, and my dad was kind of pointing those little things out as we were watching tape, and he was like, yo, bro, you got it. And ever since then, I never looked back.
I would say, Chad, me as a fighter, my story's a little different. It was like the fighting, the training helped take me off of those toxic streets. You know, it was like, that was our playground. Going to hone our skills, train for speed, power, IQ. You know, that was a brotherhood that was crusted, and it was just great. And then I used to go in the street and just get people to come in, you know, get gang members to start what they were doing, come to our Boys to Men program for boxing and conditioning. And it was amazing, chat. It was amazing. So yeah, it definitely saved my life to a point where I didn't have to be a higher chance of losing my life on the street due to the gun violence. And it was definitely my piece. That and Kung Fu movies. Going to the Kung Fu movies was the joint.
What do you think are the core elements that make up a good Brownsville boxer? Like when you've looked at these guys and you see what they do and you try to imitate or you want to implement it into your game, what do you think are the few things that you're like, I have to have this?
Definitely the hunger, definitely that anger, like that's needed. Because if you're from Brownsville and you don't got it like that, you ain't from Brownsville, bro, get up out of here. You're not from Brownsville, bro, get up out of here. No, but yes, that, the confidence, and you gotta carry that New York swag.
Yeah. New York City, baby. Hey, now hold on. For that weekend, it's New Rico. New York City, Puerto Rico, coming together. It's gonna be massive. And I'm gonna put on a show, like I always do, every single time.
Tell me about these nicknames, man.
Well, you know, everybody knows Shoo Shoo. But right now, I've been kind of like throwing out like New York City, you know, basically New York City, obviously from there, born and raised. It was kind of, it's funny because I just threw it out there just for my last fight.
Man, hold on. First of all, New York City, where you at? No, hold on, I ain't do that right. New York City, where you at?
And it just seemed like everybody just like took it. And now everybody's saying New York City whenever I fight out there. And you know, now June 8th is Puerto Rican Day weekend in New York. Now it's Shoe York City, Puerto Rico. He put it together, Shoe York Rico. So now we coming out there with a new nice little flavor. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a great event. Every single time I fight out in New York, I always get a knockout. So I definitely plan on, you know, continuing that trend.
Time is money. Time is money. No way.
When you moved to Vegas, you had told me during our first conversation that the elevation and the ability to train around so many top class fighters was like really addicting for you, for somebody who really likes the work, right? Can you tell me a little bit about that? What is it like to train as a high level fighter in Fight City?
Yeah, training out here in Vegas is the best thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I'm like a kid in the candy store for real. I was craving like certain type of competition while I was in New York, and after a while, it was just like non-existent. You know what I mean? Sometimes even just going from the gym to gym, traffic kind of getting in the way or whatever the case is, it just wasn't there. The hunger in a lot of fighters in New York after a while too, it wasn't there. Like I don't know if you can kind of notice, but out here in Vegas, man, all the who's come out here to train. I don't care where you at, from anywhere in the world, they come out here and get that work. I really start to get my mind, you know, ready for the fight, I would say on fight day. But during the fight though, like the fight day, like as soon as I wake up, sometimes I even dream about me fighting all night before fight day and just thinking about visualizing what I'm gonna do, what he's gonna do, how I can capitalize. You know, I'm locked and loaded, and you know, because I know all the hard work is done. I did what I had to do, and I'm ready to put on a show. I got supreme confidence.
Trying to hold on to hear that final bell in the second round, and down goes Sanchez once again, and the fight is over. What a finish from Bruce Shoo Carrington.
Now, Chad, he said something very important. I don't know if you missed it. He's right. You know, sometimes you can lose that luster, that hunger to compete and to fight. And that's why I traveled, Chad. I went here to this state, that state, out of state, back in states. Because if you want to be recognized or you want to at least accomplish your own personal goals, don't worry about what anybody else say, what they think is your background. Go travel. Because you can be a hometown favorite and be great there, and nobody knows anything else. You know, you haven't truly stepped out of your comfort zone to challenge people that you're unfamiliar with. Right, chat? That's the challenge, right? And he's right. You got to go to a place where they're going to keep that competitiveness in you and keep you going. And it's very hard to find these days. You know, people got to go leave out one of the home places for boxing, New York, Philly, you know, these kind of states, Boston, and then you got to go to Vegas because of the low energy for training. That's tough. Come on, city, we got to get back up. Florida, stand up. All y'all stand up.
Do you like hurting people when you go in the ring? Because some fighters, you know how some fighters is. They gonna point fight you. They gonna get to them cars. Some fighters, you know, I don't know about this guy, man. He a little stronger. The ribs a little dense. You like to hurt cats when you go in there?
I love to hurt people when I'm in the ring. I love it.
Sticking them on the outside, and here comes the counter.
What a left hook! The leg is back once again. What a finish! Bruce Shoo Carrington.
Everybody loves a knockout, right? Everybody loves, first round knockout, that's cool. But the fighter could always be like, he caught me with a good shot, a lucky shot. Nah, when you fight me, you gonna know you lose. You gonna know you lost to the better man. So I'm gonna pick you apart, round by round. I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. Nah, but any little thing that you bring to the table, I'm gonna adjust each and every single time we step inside the ring. And you're gonna see that you lost to the better man, bro. Like, I don't really show no respect inside the ring at all. Like, my approach might be different, but the game plan, the results, is still gonna be what it's gonna be.
He's taking his time, he's finding his openings, or creating them, as Shoo has Chambers pinned against the corner, and down goes Chambers.
You seem so reserved, obviously, right? Sometimes how you dress, sometimes how you move, about the work. But like, when you talk to, it's very clear, it comes off, the confidence, the aura. You know what you can do, right? Where does this confidence come from?
I mean, well, I've been boxing for 20 years now, you know what I mean? And it's not just with the duration of my time of me being in the game. I just know what I'm capable of when I put my mind to it. Like I've had my experiences in life, especially in the boxing game where I wanted to quit. Like back in like 2018, there was a series of moments where I was just really thinking about just hanging it up because I felt like I plateaued and I wasn't getting the results that I wanted. But if I'm really being honest with myself, I wasn't working as hard as I am now.
You know what, Chad? A lot of people would not say that. I give shout out Shoo for being the man and saying that, because not a lot of people would admit that they felt like they hit their peak, and when they really self-evaluated, they didn't really push that hard because they was already at a peak. And I always say hard work beats talent when talent don't work, baby. All day. Shout out Shoo.
Like boxing was just, I loved it, but I worked at it like a hobby. Like I wanted to be the best and everything, but my work ethic was not showing that at all. And I was so frustrated in myself. And then one day my pops, he just pulled me to the side and he was like, bro, like, you never really surrendered to the sport. You never really surrendered to boxing, bro. Like, you're not getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You're not running these miles and doing all this. You're not training 3 times a day. You're not doing that. And then you lose into these top-notch competition by a little bit, and you're not training. Imagine what you would do if you actually, put your mind to it. So I'm like, you know what? I thought about it. I'm like, you're right. Ever since we had that conversation, that was the day I had my pivot, and I never looked back ever since. Nobody can mess with me.
Yeah. Brownsville bully. Brownsville bully. I'm about to chop some wood, man. Lumberjack shoe.
It feels like we're only a few fights away from you being in the big one, right? For you having the opportunity to do what every boxer wants to do and have that goal. Can you envision yourself as a champion at your weight class right now?
I can definitely, I've been envisioning myself as a champion years ago at this point. It's just a matter of time now. I honestly feel like it's inevitable. It's just nothing that's gonna stop me. Ain't nobody gonna stop me. Nobody want it as bad as I do. Nobody fight as hard as I do. Nobody train as hard as I do. And it just is what it is. A lot of these dudes, they soft. They get comfortable. Nah, bro, I want to destroy everybody. I'm trying to anybody in front of me, destroy them. And that's just that mentality that I have that nobody else got. Everybody, they talk, they say little things that sound nice. Like, I'm really about it. You see that. You feel that when I fight. Like, I fight with a lot of intention, bro. You know what I mean? So, man, Shoo champion, hopefully in 2025. I'm really shooting to be a champion in 2025. I hope them champions, they ain't gonna be ducking, because I'm coming, and it is what it is.
Chat, what I do like is to have that energy and that focus, that you got to be locked in 100%. And I knew that I was meant to be a fighter at a young age, and it wasn't until my son kind of showed me that he was at a young age, 3-4 years old. I would train in the living room and be practicing, and he would just be in the doorway mimicking, copying me. And I was like, wait a minute, is he copying me? And I was like, okay. But then I didn't want to be that father, Chat, that will force him just because it's legacy. I said, no, you can do wrestling, track and field, all this stuff I like to do. And he was like, no, this is what I want to do, Dad. And that made me so proud. So I know how it goes. Well, Chat, that is my episode and my reaction to Mr. Bruce Shoo Carrington. He has a very slick style. He goes forward. He's an orthodox fighter. He has good reach, good timing. And one of the most important things, he has the support and he has the confidence, because anyone getting in that ring should be saluted, because you're putting your life on the line, and people need to know that. I know all the time they want to see the knockout, they want to see this and that, but to go in that ring is no joke. Yes, entertainment is built around the structure of it, but you're still putting your life on the line. All right, chat? Always maintain to be humble, focus, and always help the weak. Until then, chat, I'm out of here. So take this with you.
Don't know shit about boxing. What? One thing.